Welcome to Season 3 of the Becoming Baby Ready podcast. I have recorded bits and pieces for today's episode all through the last month, and I will let you know that finally today, January 1st, 2025, I have confirmation that I will not be recording with Shawnee and Jen Kish tomorrow, and so I have a different episode airing next week. Next week, I get to introduce you to the Valentine family. I am sending all of my best and warmest thoughts and energy to the Kish family at this time as they navigate some truly difficult times. I also want to begin Season 3 with this land acknowledgement. As a queer individual with colonial lineage, I want to first acknowledge the land upon which I live and work. Being from what is now known as Burlington, Ontario, I recognize the original ancestry of these lands as they span from Lake Ontario to the Niagara Escarpment and beyond. These lands are steeped in Indigenous history that benefits my community every day. The territory is mutually covered by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement between the Iroquois Confederacy, the Ojibwe, and other allied nations to peaceably share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. I would like to acknowledge that the land on which I stand is part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit. The land dictates everything about our ways of being. Particularly, the land teaches us about fluidity. Concepts of the binary system and heteropatriarchy were imposed by the colonials who were, at the same time, removing children from their homes, families, and all that was familiar to them. These same children were divided by the only two prescribed binaries recognized by the settlers, and they were forced to conform to a performative, gendered falsehood. The land doesn't operate under binary thinking. It is diverse, complex, and unpredictable at times. Rather, the land holds us and all of our remarkable pasts and identities. Every organism and spirit has a purpose. It is from this understanding that I strive to live and grow. It's Season 3 of the Becoming Baby Ready podcast. With over 85 episodes already aired, I am so excited about who I get to introduce you to next. Season 3 is full of many different kinds of parents, as it has been in the past. All of these parents and professionals identify as being queer, and we talk about what it is that makes them unique. How did they create their families? What is their professional role? How did they help people start or grow their families through parenthood? I can't wait for you to hear the voices of wisdom from parents who have been doing this for a couple of decades now, as well as the new parents who are just getting their feet wet. This season is going to be the best one yet, so don't miss a minute. Welcome to the Becoming Baby Ready podcast, your podcast for queer family planning. My name is Sam, and throughout this podcast, you'll hear me have conversations with professionals who work alongside people who want to start and grow their families, as well as parents of intentionally created families. Everyone I speak to identifies as being part of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. This is your opportunity to learn answers to questions you didn't even know you had. Welcome to the beginning of Season 3 for the Becoming Baby Ready podcast. I'm really excited to have you here today, and I'm just going to spend a few minutes touching base about what some of the conversations may look like as we launch into this new year. 2025 is going to be a year of change. It's going to be a year of a lot of emotional ups and downs for everyone around the world. We're all uncertain about what the future looks like, especially for the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. And it's hard not to let that fear dictate how we move ourselves in this world. So, for now, I'm going to invite you to sit back and relax and enjoy the conversations that I have with all of the guests that I get to introduce you to. I first began recording pieces of this particular episode at the beginning of December 2024. And at that time, I had already recorded some outstanding conversations with some truly inspirational individuals. And at the same time, I was quite excited about the fact that I had heard back from Shawnee and Jen Kish. They had agreed to be guests on my Season 3 opener on January 9th. At that time, all was moving smoothly in their world, and Shawnee was on a cross-Canada tour singing and introducing Canada to her new holiday song. Since that time, they have experienced a family crisis and are in the process of navigating that. So at this time that I'm recording this tiny piece to insert into the episode, it's now the end of December. And I'm uncertain whether or not Shawnee and Jen will be available to chat with me and record on January 2nd. And if they can't, don't worry. I have some other really fantastic conversations to put in its place. And I won't let you down because the people I have had the opportunity to speak with are absolutely amazing. But if I can do anything, it is to just wish Shawnee and Jen a speedy recovery for their family member that is unwell, and peace, as well as time to heal their hearts, because the world can be a scary place, and when someone we love is in crisis, it knocks everything off kilter. Spend some time as a family and heal your hearts, and know that whenever you have a moment to record with me, that will be perfectly okay. I will make the time work. You are Canadian celebrities after all, and we all deserve to hear your story when you have a moment to share it. And if by some miracle, and I hope this is the case, your family member turns a corner and you are able to sit down and record with me on January 2nd so that I can edit the episode and get it ready for everyone else to hear on January 9th, then, well, that will be the best outcome of all. In anticipation of when Jen and Shawnee are able to record with me, let me just tell you a little bit about why they are Canadian celebrities and why they are going to be guests on this show, because they truly are remarkable individuals. Both are outrageous celebrities in Canada. Shawnee is known for her impeccable, incredible voice. And Jen Kish is our very, very esteemed Olympian. She has graced our television screens representing Canada on the Canadian Olympic rugby team. I am incredibly proud to say that they agreed to chat with me about their sweet bundle of joy who arrived early last summer. I hope to change things up a little bit this year and speak to people who have been parents for a period of time and not just new parents. Certainly, I want to hear the stories of new parents and how they created their families and how much parenting means to them. But I also look forward to chatting with established parents, parents of adults, queer parents who have gone before you and who have paved the way for you to be able to become the parents you dream of being. We'll talk about adoption. We'll talk about surrogacy, reciprocal IVF, egg retrieval, egg donation, sperm donation, all of the things. It's really important to me to have a broad spectrum of voices on my show so that you get to hear different people's perspectives, but also hopefully so that you hear something of yourself in some of the stories you listen to. Last year, I had the opportunity to speak with so many different, incredible individuals who brought such enlightened, enriched topics to our conversation. So it wasn't just the parents I was speaking to, but there were a great number of professionals I had the opportunity to connect with as well. I plan to host another in-person event in Toronto in the spring, either late May or early June. The date's not set just yet. But I do love being able to host this event during Pride Month. I'm trying to coordinate with the location that I was at last year because they are a community center downtown Toronto, right in the heart of Queer Village at the Church and Wellesley area. And the resources that come in to that facility when I rent a space from them go back to supporting the queer community around us. And to me, that means the world. So if you have never been to the 519 in Toronto, or you want to visit and see what good they do within the community, I invite you to check out their website, the519.org. They have an incredible play space in the back. There's a splash pad for young families to hang out and connect and visit. And that's where they hold Family Pride. And that is this coming year. It's the weekend of the 7th and 8th of June, so that you'll have a chance to meet other parents and families. And I will be there as Baby Ready with a table set up to answer your questions about queer family planning and creation. I have been on some phenomenal podcasts myself. I've been asked a number of times why I do this, and it isn't really for any other reason than because I deeply love being able to connect with people and connect people to resources that are important to them, valuable for them, and will make them feel as though they are seen, listened to, and respected. That's something that can be hard to find in the queer community when we're looking for information, guidance, and support. If you want to hear more about me and my life and my family creation story, my coming out story, you can certainly check out my Instagram page. Yes, I post all kinds of things about having babies, but I often post also about podcasts I'm listening to and podcasts I've been on. And so I invite you to my Instagram page. The handle there is at babyREADYlgbtq, which is the same as my Threads and TikTok handles. But sometimes it can be nice to learn just a little bit more about who I am as a person, the voice behind the podcast, as it were. I have made some phenomenal friendships forged through these connections, and I'm looking forward this year to having the chance to reconnect with some of my past guests as they've expanded their families, as they have helped others in their own family creation, all kinds of different things. Lives grow, evolve, and change all of the time. And one of the best gifts about being a part of this planet is that we get to witness all of that. So I hope that you will make sure to bookmark this podcast, to save it, to download each episode. And if you happen to be in Spotify or Apple or wherever, if you could leave me a rating and a review after you've subscribed, I would sincerely appreciate that. I'm always looking for stories to share because I feel as though every single human has a wonderful and unique perspective into how families can be created. And it's funny, there are so many people I talk to who say to me, I don't know that my story is all that unique or special or that anyone else will want to hear it. And yet, those episodes get listened to over and over and over again. I am just so grateful that you take the time to listen to what I have to say. If there are topics or people that you really think would be a valuable asset to be added to the conversation or guest list, then please let me know. Make an introduction. My email address is babyREADYlgbtq@gmail.com. And I love hearing from people. I love getting the feedback. When you have questions about different kinds of family creation questions, then please send those along too. I'm happy to do an episode or two to just answer your questions so that you have the opportunity to feel as though this is a great resource for you when you have questions that need to be answered. That's really been the focus all the way along, hasn't it? providing you with answers to questions you didn't even know you had. Because you're still thinking about family creation, but there's lots of us who've gone before you, and we want to do what we can to make the path easier for you. We can't wait to hear your story. We can't wait to watch your babies grow up. So do stay connected. Do reach out. Do share your questions and information and support, as well as letting me know what you think of the show. If you think that there's something I've been missing, then please let me know. I want to make sure that this is robust for all members of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community. Everyone has a space at this table. Everyone deserves to be listened to, heard, treated with kindness, and respected. So, I'll let you get back to your new year. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to know that you are listening. Thank you for joining me today on the Becoming Baby Ready podcast. If you have a story that you'd like to share, or you know someone who might, if you're a professional who works in the capacity of helping people start and grow their families, and you identify as being a part of the 2S LGBTQIA+ community yourself, then please don't hesitate to reach out. We always have room for more stories to share, and there's always more learning to do.